What is earnest money in a Texas real estate contract? This is the funds that are deposited at the closing title company and will be held within that title company's escrow fund during the entire process of the closing of the property in question. Usually in Texas, the earnest money is 1 to 3% of the purchase price. So $200,000 house could range anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000 in earnest money. That is deposited, so it's not a check that is held. It is actual funds that get put into this account. The earnest money will be handled in one of three ways at the end of the transaction. One, the funds will be utilized as a credit towards down payment or closing costs of the buyer. That is, if the transaction and everything goes smoothly, then that is what would occur. Two, if the contract would terminate during the time frame that the buyer has the rights in which to do, then per a typical contract, the buyer would be due a full refund of the amount. And then three, if the buyer decides to terminate outside of the rights that the contract would give them, so basically if they're under contract, they're financially sound, they have approval to close, and they just decide they don't want the house, then in most typical contracts in Texas, this earnest money would be refunded to the seller at that point. And this is generally how earnest money is handled in Texas. If you have any other questions, anything you would like to ask me, feel free to give me a call. Talk to you soon.